Hi, I'm Paul and this is Lee. Welcome to the Just Pull the Trigger podcast.
This is the show that discusses the trials, tribulations and triumphs of a small business owner. On today's show, we're talking to Aaron Peters. Aaron is the owner of the digital marketing agency Sprout. We talk fast cars, fast failures and why SEO is definitely not dead, even in the face of the AI revolution. All this to come on Just Pull the Trigger.
Aaron, thanks for coming on, mate.
Thanks for having me, gents.
How you doing?
Very well, thank you. On this lovely rainy day as usual.
Yeah, what perfect day for a podcast. Don't have to be
Exactly.
outside, do you?
Yeah.
It's usually roasting up here though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like the one day we always have to have like the air conditioning up because it's like tin roof.
Big ceilings.
Yeah, and it was just, it's,
And every 10 minutes the aircon just goes,
yeah.
I thought
So,
that was you.
yeah, no, we're lucky today.
Good.
So you just come back from the Alps?
Yeah, Alps road trip, yearly road trip. I think that's probably the last year
Yeah.
that happens.
Why's that?
I just think they're tightening up on things in the Alps at the minute. I don't want people sort of disturbing the countryside, should we say.
Right, okay.
So I think another thing yet being taken away from us, I think they're just trying to control things. I had a friend that lives in Switzerland into cars. He said they went out for a 180-kilometre drive and they came across 6 police traps. So this is like the mobile police traps with police guns.
Right.
So in Europe, they don't use the guns. They use basically cars with open boots with the cameras in them. So he said they came across 6 of them within a 180-kilometre trip. So, and the fines in Switzerland are astronomical.
Crazy, yeah.
Astronomical.
Do they transfer over to the UK?
They don't, but you can get no, but they take the driving licence off you, so then you can get banned in Switzerland and
For
stuff.
driving?
Yeah.
Do you got caught speeding?
No, not this time. But yeah, you can get suspended sentences. Like my friend who lives in Switzerland lost his licence for 5 years and a €15,000 fine for doing, I think he said like 25 miles an hour over the speed limit. So even for locals, they're really strict on it.
Right.
But obviously, if you're a local, you get the fine in the post. If you don't live in Switzerland, then they have to pull you over.
Yeah.
Because obviously the papers just get lost in the post. So yeah, it's
It was just you and a mate?
yeah. So I actually went with a client this time, which was nice.
So how long are you actually driving for, like, without each other? Have you got like, I don't know, like Top Gear where they've got like you got like communication with
We
you?
did actually have radios, but every other day one of us would forget to charge them. It was like a complete waste of time even having them. But yeah, usually I do these trips by myself, to be completely honest. Yeah, it's the first time properly doing it with a client or a mate. He's more of a mate than a client, to be honest now. So
And it felt like, I mean, I follow you on social media. It felt like you might have just been posting, but you were out there for like a week or two.
I think it's 6-7 nights.
Oh, okay.
It feels like a long time when you're out there.
And I'm assuming you plan all your hotels and
You
all
plan
that.
everything, book everything in advance, get the cars shipped out there, fly to an airport, meet the cars.
So they're your own cars that you're
Yeah,
going in?
yeah, and then smash them around the mountains, basically.
And I'm not a petrol head at all,
No.
but you got a Porsche.
Yeah,
something or other.
yeah. Lucky enough to. That was always my dream, to be honest. So,
Yeah.
and like anything, the chase is better than the destination. So it's like it's good fun. It's nice. It's therapeutic being you in a car in the mountains. No English, no French when you're not in France, which is great. So yeah, it's really good fun. I recommend it. A lot of people retire and do it when they're 50.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Little mini retirement.
Yeah,
thing.
I love it, and the people I've met on these trips, you wouldn't even believe it.
Yeah.
Last year I met Conor McGregor.
Oh yeah,
I was going through a Swiss village and I just literally bumped into him, sat down with him for 20 minutes.
really?
I had a coffee and then he was like, when my missus comes, you can F off. I was like, I'm not going to argue with you, mate. But yeah, no, it's like, all these things happen for a reason. It's really good fun, to be honest.
So Sprout.
Yes, not just Brussels.
Yeah, all things marketing.
Yeah, so that's, funny enough, obviously you guys do this dispatch and fulfillment stuff. That's sort of how Sprout started, believe it or not. So I worked in the city many years ago and had an online business selling car air fresheners.
Right.
So I was actually the first person in the world selling the emojis, like the aubergines and all that.
Yeah.
It all went viral. And I was paying a marketing company to do the marketing because I was at work and I couldn't do it. But at that time, Instagram had just started. This was like literally 10 years ago now, maybe even a bit longer. And they kept calling me asking how to post, how to schedule content, because they didn't know. Obviously, these guys were probably 40, 50 years old at the time.
Yeah.
They hadn't grown up with it because it didn't exist. And I'd grown up with it.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is stupid. I'm paying them 400 quid a month, but I'm basically doing the work. And obviously at that time, I was sending all the air fresheners out by myself in the post.
Did you move on to fulfillment later with that, or?
It did, yeah. So it got, the house stunk. This is when I lived at home. So it was like pina colada air fresheners. it was a great little business at the time, to be fair. And then I was like, why am I paying a marketing agency? I might as well just pay myself to do it. And then, long story short, my dad's mate was like, can you do our social media? And that sort of, I was like, fuck, there's actually a business here, which I enjoy doing. So that's sort of how it happened. Ironically, my mum and dad got divorced. I jumped in the car, drove around Europe, come back, and I was like, right, I'm going to do social media. That's sort of the nuts and bolts of it.
So did you, and it does everything now, right? So it's like paid search.
So it started just with organic social media, because that was sort of a big thing back then, and it was as easy as just making content. We're this fulfillment company in Essex, give us work and the work would come. It was that simple back in the day. Now it's not so much. It's sort of very frustrating for individuals, businesses posting content day in, day out and not really getting what they think they're going to get out of it. So the business pivoted. We still do the social media management. A lot of it's more, I would say, for reputation management, perception,
brand awareness,
perception, credibility and stuff. So like, for example, I think when we met, you're like, check out my Instagram. And that's sort of what people do now. They use it as like an online live feed.
It's like a business card as well, isn't it?
100%. And for me, my personal Instagram is better than my business one. It's like, I am who I say I am. People use it as credibility. So I think it works better now as a conversion tool, so it helps to win trust from someone.
Definitely.
And obviously that's why you guys do this content as well, for the same reason. But now, Sprout does everything. So SEO, web development, they're our sort of two main services, but we do everything else in between as well.
I remember when my wife started doing her business. She's a beautician, permanent makeup artist, about 12 years ago, and we started doing Facebook ads. And no one else was doing it. And I mean, when I say started doing Facebook, they were crap, right? And all you did was like women within 20 miles, and it was just bing, 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 bing all the time, inquiries. Now it just don't happen like that.
The cost to acquire attention of someone was so minimal. But we actually used to do a lot of Facebook ads when it first started, because people used to get a lot of quick wins off of it. We do not get involved with it now.
Is there some different avenues now with quick wins, with maybe like ChatGPT coming up and that sort of stuff?
I think with the paid social, people's expectations are unrealistic of what they're going to achieve. And you can see when you go onto Instagram, the big shiny blue button, boost now. 98% of Google's revenue comes from ads, and that costs them nothing. And they pay no tax as well.
Does that work, the boost? Because I know that a lot of people have sort of said it's just...
It depends what you consider work. If you want local awareness, it's a great way. If you want to empty your bank account, it worked really well for that. It's horses for courses. If you just want to, look, a lot of people just boost stuff for ego. I'll be completely honest.
Just to get the likes,
and they're happy to get some likes and views or whatever.
But there's some really good things now. You can do what's called Instagram. I've forgotten what they're called. Something reels, trial reels. If you upload a reel of us talking shit on your main Instagram, that will go to people that follow you, and then people who follow you, etc. through the algorithm. But you can also upload something with trial reels, so that only goes to people that don't follow you. So I couldn't, if you guys have posted the reel on your main Instagram and as a trial reel, I couldn't see that trial reel, but only you can see it.
So that's a real test, isn't it? Because it's not people that actually care about you.
So I had a video that actually I put out of one of the car things over while I was away. So that video went out while I was away. It got 38,000 views as an example. And I also put it out yesterday as a trial reel, because I just wanted to trial the reel. And that got 15,000 views. So that's gone out to people that don't follow me. So what that's done in return is brought engagement to my profile. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So you basically get another go. You get another go at using the same content.
So, of course,
it's two different audiences, isn't it?
So any of the stuff you've posted on your Instagram, you should now be putting it on trial reel. And then I learned this from
two different platforms, essentially, to a degree.
Two different audiences, I think. But you could also then make a Dispatch Bros 2 on Instagram. And do it again. If you look at how Andrew Tate went viral, that's how it was. It was all the people that are in the real world were posting all of his content. And you can do it yourself. Businesses can have 2, 3, 4, 5 different TikTok accounts, Instagram accounts, and that is better than spending money. But people don't do it because they're lazy. But it does really work.
Interesting.
So like Dispatch Bros main account, then Dispatch_Bros, that's all going to generate new. It's a really good. It's a bit of a hack, to be honest.
Does that not sort of make the main one less effective, or?
Describe less effective.
Well, I was going to say, it's kind of like waters it down effectively, because you've got like...
To who though?
but it's two different audiences, isn't it? So
They're people that don't know about you.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You can't lose.
and that's free. It's not spending any money. It's not like you're boosting anything. It's just going to different people.
Correct.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, interesting.
Mm.
Yeah, I would never have. Again, yeah.
People don't do it. Well,
No.
I don't do it, but it's you can do it.
Yeah.
There's nothing to stop you having, like, so back in the day, people would have like soldier websites. So they'd have like 4 or 5 websites. So you'd have like fulfillmentcenterchelmsford.com and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then sites would, back in the day, they'd rank.
Yeah.
And then all them leads would come to you. So skip companies do it. They'd have like
Yeah,
skip
yeah, yeah.
live.
I know. Yeah.
They're soldier sites, but you can do the same thing with social media. People don't do it. And it's currently allowed. Obviously with Google, you can't do it because you have to verify your business once.
Yeah, of course.
It's a matter of time till Instagram probably
Yeah.
make you do it as
Just
well.
sort of make hay while the sun shine on that
Yeah,
one.
but you can generate, look, that's 15,000 new people that have watched that video
Yeah.
that haven't. So for me, it's quite weird. I've always been into cars. That's always been the passion and the hobby. And I've built a network over 10 years of business owners because they like cars.
Mm.
And I didn't realise what I was doing. I was just following a passion. It
Yeah.
was more of a network and a community. Then I started posting content about what I actually do, which is SEO and helping business owners.
Yeah.
And the engagement and stuff and messages I get, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah. Just because they've first found you from the back door of you
passion,
actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it just so happens, I own a business as well, and then it's
Yeah.
just come through there.
Indirectly didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
So, and that's why I think it's always better to be genuine as well. People buy into you and whatever.
Oh,
you
definitely. Definitely. That's why we sort of started this, really, wasn't it? Like, it was
Yeah.
a bit of a lead generation, but I actually really enjoy it now, to be honest.
do. Therapy.
Yeah, it is.
It is, yeah. We've met. So I've said countless times on this that with Strings Directs, and we were just working in this building, and it's so easy to just have that sort of tunnel vision, and you don't go outside the 4 walls, and you might speak to a few suppliers every now and then, but actually other business owners you don't.
No.
We weren't communicating with at all. So this is really nice to speak to other people in different industries and
Yeah.
just learn about their journeys, their challenges, and often they just want to talk as well.
Yeah, there's been a lot of challenges, that's for sure.
Yeah. I think that's what people don't understand.
I'm
Like,
so open about. I've had more online businesses than most people have had hot dinners.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
99% of them have just been waste of time and
Yeah.
failures. And I'm so open about talking about it.
so come in. What's your worst one?
The worst one was, so this was, I'm going to say 7 or 8 years ago. This is when people used to camp over at Nike for trainers.
Right, outside.
Outside.
I actually used to be that loser that used to do it back in the day.
Right, okay.
So we'd go to Niketown. This is pre-business, but when we were kids, like 17, 18, we'd go to Niketown, we'd camp, not physically, we'd just stand in the
Yeah.
drinking Lucozade and shit. And then we'd buy a pair of trainers from Nike for like 90 quid. Then we'd drive home. I can't remember the guy's shop. It was in Leytonstone. His name was Sonny. And then he'd pay us 180 quid for the trainers.
Right.
And we used to do that every couple of weeks.
So you basically couriered some trainers to him.
Yeah, but then it got to the point where we'd pay kids to stand in the queue for us. So it was like,
Yeah.
it's not a business, is it? But it was money at the time, whatever. A couple of years later, Yeezys came out.
Yep.
And there was a massive hype around them. So we were basically, I had a friend that used to be, he was called like the plug. He'd buy and sell to celebrities and stuff like that. My other best mate, Tom, he had a huge following online, still does. So we were like, right, let's make a business. Crep Chief, it was called. So if you wanted a pair of trainers, you'd message us.
Yeah.
And we were selling loads over DM and stuff, but it just got out of control. Like, it needed to be, processes need to be put in place. We built a Shopify site. I built a Shopify site, and then we basically started charging people a deposit. So if you wanted a pair of trainers, you'd pay a 25% deposit.
Yeah.
And then you'd pay the balance on delivery or whatever it was on invoice. And we launched on Boxing Day, I can't remember how many years ago it was, 7, 8 years ago. And I think we done 84 grand revenue in about 5 hours, 25% deposits. So if you times that by 4, it was like 200-300 grand's worth of actual sales. Shopify blocked the account because they're like, you don't own the trainers.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, we know this is consignment. And they're like, yeah, that's not a thing. But this was 8 years ago.
Right.
So they blocked all the account. We lost all the fees on it. We had to refund everyone, but obviously we lost the fees. I think it cost us like 4 or 5 grand exercise, but we didn't actually send any trainers out at that point. So it was okay. Launched again with PayPal.
Yeah.
Same thing happened, but we actually sent out about 10 grand's worth of trainers and we never got the money.
So when you say, you're getting the orders for the trainers, right?
Yeah.
And then are you doing the same thing? Where are you getting them from?
So we had the people that they'll be buying them from shops, from other kids, literally kids.
So you just got a network of people going out and getting.
just literally making a marketplace.
Yeah.
like StockX do.
Yeah.
It was obviously we were never going to be that, but that's what it was. Then we launched again via WorldPay, and they were like, "It's no problem." We sent them pictures of stock, like we did have some stock. Same thing happened. They took all the money. I think we lost a lot of money in that business. That was really bad, very stressful.
I mean, I wouldn't call that a shit business. It was just a bad situation, wasn't it?
No, it was really shit. Like at that age, to be liable for like tens of thousands of pounds, it was really bad. Obviously, it was a journey. It was a learning curve. And then we actually sold the business they turned it into Crep Chief Notify. So they initially kept it as Crep Chief, and they were just a couple of kids from up north, very successful, intelligent kids. They're not kids anymore, they were at the time. And they basically ended up turning it into a business. They're like, we can't keep selling individual pairs of trainers. So what they done was taught people how to buy the trainers at list, at retail, with bots and stuff like that. And they're still going now. During COVID, they were like, they turned that business, they were turning over millions a year. Really interesting, yeah. So they were doing the mindset of teach a man how to fish.
Yeah, of course.
It was very, very good. And they had like Telegram bots and everything. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say I understand what you mean. Like you lost a lot of money, but in as an idea,
the idea was
it's solid.
Yeah. Solid idea. Yeah. Very, very solid.
So it's not like what I'm saying is it's not like you just bought something and or invented something. No one wants to buy it. You like grand's worth of sales.
Then you hit the VAT threshold.
Yeah.
And then you're like, is there VAT on these trainers? No one actually knew at the time, so it never got to that point of having to do the VAT stuff because we lost all the money. But you could argue you might not have a 20% margin in these trainers.
Yeah.
And obviously because you're buying them off of kids, and I keep saying kids, but it was kids that would go to Nike, buy the trainers. They had VAT invoices, but they weren't claiming the VAT back. They were buying them personally. So when you were buying them off of them, there's no VAT to be claimed back. So that was underlooked at the.
Was there chances that you might not have actually, if you could take the order for the trainers, that you couldn't get the trainers?
We never had that issue. There was always stock available, and if it meant losing a bit of money to acquire a pair of trainers, you'd have to do that to protect your reputation.
And this was always trainers that were just like brand new out, and like you couldn't really get them or whatever.
No. Really weird how it's all changed.
Yeah.
And now StockX do the same thing, but you have to send them the trainers first, and they legit check them, make sure they're real, hold them until someone buys them, and then they handle that. But there's been big scams with that as well. So.
Yeah. I guess if you turned it into a real positive, I guess a lot of money you have lost, but I imagine the lessons on those were just incredible.
Yeah, don't do any more online business. That didn't stick, unfortunately. But the air freshener business, that sold for the data. So a car cleaning company bought it because they wanted car owners in the UK. So that was quite a nice thing. But I like that business. That business is really good to me.
So if you were going to start a business right now, had nothing, what would it be?
I was saying earlier, I've got a few online businesses. They're just super niche.
Right.
So like they're at the top of Google for what they do. They don't require any maintenance.
Is that product based or is it service based?
Very product based, very specific, keyword focused, and they're one SKU, single items, no ag.
That's kind of what we've been thinking of because we're looking for clients for this dispatch side of things, but we've got all the components that we could do to facilitate it. We just need the product.
You just have to get it right. That's all it is.
It's just experimenting on that product.
And it is super niche.
I think I can look at things now. The amount of people that come to me and I'm like, we can build you a website, and I'll say we're not doing the marketing because I know it won't work.
You won't. You've got.
But I can build you a website. That's fine. But
I'll go so far, but I will not.
You have to spend thousands to acquire attention now. And people don't want to invest that into a brand, which I wouldn't either. I actually tell people to focus on building the business offline before taking it online, which is really controversial for someone to say, but it's true.
Yeah.
It's the social media world is massively changing.
So with your products that you've got, do you have social media pages around it, or is it literally just
they do have social media pages, but they're not even active.
Right.
Because I'm looking for the different audience. I'm looking for the people that go on Google because they've got a specific need, and it will come up at the top. So like we've got a watch cleaning kit. We've had that for like 7 years.
Yeah.
So if you go on Google and type in "clean my watch" or "how to clean my watch," it comes up.
I think that's clever though, because I always say that when you go on Google, Google's like the supermarket, right? So people are going, but people are going on there to, and maybe it might move over to ChatGPT or whatever, but they're going on there to actually search for something and they know what they want. Whereas if you're marketed to someone on social media, it's like the real life version of like going up to someone in a pub, going, "Do you want to buy
It's a canvasser in the high street, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's ego, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Do you want to buy this watch or whatever, or this
It's
watch
like
cleaning kit?
the
And they're like, no
influencers.
thanks.
But the social media side of what it's called Watch It Shine. There's some of the content we posted was really good. But back in the day, we'd send one to a friend, and they'd take a picture of them cleaning their watch at their house,
Yeah.
and then put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
But now they're not going to do that because their doors will get smashed in and someone come and nick the watch.
Right.
So that when the crime in the UK started to pick up 3-4 years ago, the sales massively dropped on our website organically because people weren't happy to promote our product.
Right.
Does that make sense?
They weren't doing user generated content anymore.
Because no one wants to obviously promote that they've got this item at their house or wherever it was. So then we put it on Amazon. It's Amazon's recommended choice for that associated terms, and obviously on Google as well. So ironically, the social media account's got like no activity on it at all.
And do you do paid ads, or is it just
It doesn't sell hundreds like it used to, but we're going to start selling that kit in Dubai soon. So we used to sell quite a lot to the Middle East, but when Brexit happened, getting stuff into, especially because they're liquids, there's like toxins, other chemicals, it's more difficult, as I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
So when we're going to start selling the product in Dubai soon, but we've never changed it. It's 7 years. It's been really good.
And where'd you get them from, like China or something?
Yes, and now the packaging's everything's outsourced basically, and it's all assembled in the UK.
Oh, okay.
So we've got an assembly company that will put everything together.
What, you mean all the parts get delivered to the UK place?
The chemicals are all UK based. It's quite intricate. There's like I think 13, 14 different items in it.
That's cool.
Including the box and the packaging and all that stuff. So,
but yeah, that's kind of, I mean, what we were talking about, because we could get a client come on board for dispatch.
yeah,
There's no guarantee that they're going to stick around. Do you know what I mean? And the amount that we actually have to pay to acquire that client.
charge them storage as well.
No, we do it on a
Pick.
like order by order basis. So if they do, that's sort of like selling point. If they do no orders,
Doesn't cost them anything.
but it doesn't cost them anything, which is why we sort of have to vet them as well.
Yeah, of course.
You know, if someone comes in and goes, "Oh, I've got loads of stock, but I'll do 5 orders a day," and I'm like, no thanks.
Doesn't help you, does it?
No, but if we become the product, then we've got got the market back to front.
All the way from source, haven't you, to the end.
And I think that's where you need to be, just cutting out as many,
Yeah,
just making your margin as big as possible.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. You control the market. What does Sinclair say? Become your own economy, isn't it?
Yeah, margin is magic, and that is it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like we've got Strings Direct as well, and it's just basically a reseller, and obviously you're just at the mercy of whatever your trade price is going to be.
Yeah.
And then obviously the market itself, if you've got people who are, just completely ripping the price, then you're
Just becomes a race to the bottom.
Yeah, it does.
Absolutely,
I mean,
yeah.
We got to sell in size our orders. We got to sell like 200 orders a day just to sort of like make decent money. Do you know what I mean? If it dropped to 100, we'd probably have a bit of an issue.
yeah, totally, yeah.
But your watch thing, I mean, I'm not asking you to tell us numbers,
No,
but like
it's-
you could literally probably sell 10 in a day and be
Yeah,
quite happy.
we used to sell quite a lot to like other companies as well, like white labeling.
Yeah.
But since we were the only ones doing it at the time, with my business partner Miles, who I think you
Yeah, I
spoke to,
remember
it was
spoke to
his
Mike,
idea. He came up with the idea 6-7 years ago. I was like, that's a winner.
Yeah.
I know because I've just done it for long enough to know what's going to work. But now there's so many companies that have copied it.
Yeah.
But I think ours is still the most complete kit.
Yeah.
I don't think we made any money for the first 2,000 kits, basically.
Right.
So it was just to get the brand awareness out there and stuff.
That's just something you got to do. Again, that's something that I think people just give up on. Do you know what I
Then
mean?
off the back of that, we actually made a new product called Scumbags,
Right.
which was a handbag cleaning kit.
Right.
The whole thing was like, don't be a scumbag.
Yeah.
They didn't sell a single one.
Really?
I couldn't believe it. And it was a great product, loads of different colours, just didn't sell. And everyone was like, that's amazing, that's a winner. Did not sell a single kit.
We get stuff like that, don't we?
Yeah.
You know, we'll get stuff come through the door downstairs, and it's like we're gonna kill it, and we don't sell one thing, and then you get other things. You just go, oh, don't know
I think we were aiming for the high-end market. People wanted
Right.
clean bags, and I think calling the product Scumbags, although it had a bit of a ring to it,
Yeah, it was quite.
it cheapened the product.
And so scumbags aimed at women.
It was, yeah.
Right, okay, that's probably where it went a bit wrong. maybe.
Yeah, and the website was quite funny. It was like, please confirm you're a scumbag. It was quite cliche, and it did work, but it didn't work. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you quite good at identifying when something's not working? You just pull in the plug.
yeah,
Like,
you have
Yeah,
to.
got no one to query you.
Yeah, I think or you can use it to your advantage. You can then say you've sold out and then launch again. That works quite well sometimes. So basically create a demand, and that happens a lot. It's another thing Tate basically says if he comes out with an idea back in the day, he'd build a website, do the marketing, put it up for sale without actually having the physical product and see if it happens. I'm not going to lie, I've done it a few times and it does work really well.
Yeah.
And if you need to refund people, customer A doesn't know that they've had a customer B doesn't know.
Yeah.
It's not illegal. I've spoken about it before and it's quite controversial, but I don't see wrong in it personally.
Yeah.
As long as you keep people updated and obviously you have every
money
intention.
back.
I suppose if you've got a lead time and you know it's going to be 30 days to turn the orders around or whatever, and you go like, look, it's 30 days delivery or, you know, whatever, or buy pre-orders or whatever.
I actually heard a story yesterday of a local company, clothes company. Obviously, that's your nightmare of dispatch.
Yeah.
I think they absolutely had it off the back end of last year and they closed the website down because they couldn't handle the orders. It was closed for a month, which meant any stock they had then was not relevant because it was summer. Then they've opened again this year and not sold a single thing because the momentum's gone and they're left with a load of last season stuff and they've now gone into liquidation. So it's like, it's all good and well having these products go viral, but if you haven't got the infrastructure, it can really come back to
haunt you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny you should say the clothes thing because we really have to vet people, don't we? Like if someone comes to us and goes, I'm selling surfboards, I'm like, you know, no, thank you. But you know, we've actually got we've done quite well with magazines, haven't we? Because it's subscription based, right? They self-publish it.
Yeah,
they've got, let's say they've got 1,000 orders every month.
Yeah, you know where you are. They cost nothing to
They
send.
come in on a Friday, you send them out on a Monday, and that's it. You know, there's no storage. So it's a bit of a sort of the perfect crime on that side of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your ideal client, isn't it? Really.
That's sort of like, as a client avatar, that's who we're going for.
Anything I've ever done has been small parcel. I won't go above it. I was saying to earlier, on all my websites, I've always had speedy shipping.
Yeah.
And then charge an extra £1 or £3 for it.
Yeah.
But it's the same service.
Yeah.
And the amount of people, I think it's like 1 in 3 people click it.
Yeah.
It's mental.
Well, we actually, we got a really, because we've been doing a lot of parcels with Dispatch Bros and Strings Direct combined.
Yeah.
The Royal Mail come to us and gave us a great rate on track 24, which is basically next day delivery.
Yeah.
And we put next day delivery on the website, and it's gone.
Yeah, it's just really made a difference.
massive
The Amazon Prime mindset, everyone
It
wants
is,
to do
absolutely. You don't think it's a big deal.
No. And where your stuff's small and light, it brings down your averages as well.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. Don't think it's a big deal, but it actually...
People don't realise, and I'm not working for you guys, but people don't realise if you use a fulfilment company, 9 times out of 10, the price that you pay for the actual postage is cheaper than going to the postage, and sometimes the fees that you charge, it works out.
That's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
You know, we've cost things up for people, and they're like, maybe not the same, but like it's like
they're buying their time back.
Yeah.
There's so many clients that self-dispatch, and I'm like, what? Like, this is mental. You've got to worry about boxes. You guys worry about the boxes for them and getting assembling everything.
Yeah, it's the systems, storage, it's everything that goes around it that is.
And it's safe to assume your stuff integrates with Shopify WordPress.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, it's right. Like people are going, I'm taking this down the post office, costing me a £5, and I'm like, well, we're going to charge you pretty much that.
Yeah.
With our fee included.
I had a clothing brand back in the day, funny enough. And but it was
It's another one.
that actually worked. That
Did
one.
it?
Yeah, we had some big influencers on board, and then it actually got copied by Gary from Geordie Shore, 11 Degrees.
Oh really?
Yeah, there's evidence of that. But yeah, it's called 11 out of 10 FC.
Okay.
So we used to call ourselves 11s, 11 out of 10.
Yeah.
There was a clothing brand, everything was black or white with an inverse number on it. Yeah, the social media content is mental. I'll show you after how that stuff got posted. You could not post it now, but the account's still live. And it was, the marketing campaign was don't be a 3, basically.
Right.
The stuff that honestly, it's just, it's weird. But it used to proper churn, that did, back in the day.
So growing stuff, as I know I asked you this before, but like you would literally start to just do small products and just grow that sort of thing. So it's almost like hands off.
Yeah, I don't think I'd really start anything again, I'll be honest, personally. Right. I don't think the margins aren't there. People copy stuff.
Yeah.
I think in order to do anything successful in life, you've got to have 110% focus on it. And I love building stuff. Like I love to come up with a new idea, but I actually get more passion and enjoyment now out doing it for clients. Yeah. So I've got a mate of mine who's a good client, Dan. He sells car touch-up paint. Yeah. His business was based on Amazon and eBay, but obviously gave away a hell of a lot of money.
Does he go to the dinner?
No. So I built my website 2 years ago. This month he'll do 200 grand revenue. Right. And I've treated that website like my own, so he doesn't care. I think he'll spend 50, 60, 70 grand a month on Google Ads. But I control that budget, basically.
But the thing is, you don't. Well, for a start, you don't have to pay Google until you got the sale anyway, right? So if you're hitting that ROI and he knows it, then if 50 grand or
just turn the
500 grand, it doesn't matter.
It ranks at the top of Google for car touch-up paint. I've literally treated it like my own, which is really cool business because he manufactures the paint, pours the paint, packs it up, dispatches it. Very, very niche business.
So the secret sounds like the secret to the sauce in your head is like pretty much niche stuff.
Niche stuff. It's got
rather than just going, I'm going to make a hat company.
We used to do like POD, print on demand stuff as well. We had a supplier up north who we had a website where people could do their own phone cases. I think that business was called In All Cases.
Right.
Quite a good name.
You got quite good names off it.
The name side of stuff have always been really good for the names. And then people used to go and upload pictures of their whatever they wanted on their phone case. The shit that people would print. It was worth having the business just to see Barry on there.
You say he's got good names, but I do think Scumbag brings it down.
When he first said it, I went, that's quite funny. And then, like you say, when you're hitting the target
The watch
market.
cleaning one was Watch It Shine.
Right, that's cool.
The air freshener one was Emoji Fresh because it was emoji air fresheners. That was cool. You've obviously got Sprout.
Sprout's good.
Sprout's good.
Sort of does what it says on the tin, really, doesn't it?
It didn't. So basically, the name came from there was two companies in America. One called Sprout Social, and one called.
Well, I googled it, and that kept
it
coming
works
up.
wonders for us.
Software, right?
Yeah. And then you got Sumo Me, which is a massive email marketing company. And basically, I merged the names together to come up with Sprout Me Media. That was the original name. That's still a limited company name. But we now trade as Sprout Media because everyone was typing in on their email addresses sproutmedia.com, but they were missing out ME because it's a play on words. It was MEME, so we were losing it. And then a lady in America had the domain sproutmedia.com and she wanted like 20 grand for it, but then she forgot to auto renew the .co.uk.
So you jumped in.
So I had a bot that basically identified me that was available when we bought it. And then I tried to sell it back to her for 30 grand. But she's still got the .com. I think it redirects to her personal LinkedIn page. So we trade as Sprout Media now, which has been a much, much better name for the business. But yeah.
So you were in the city for 6 years, you said. And then you said,
6 or 7 years when
you were doing what?
Broken, carbon emissions, legit.
Yeah.
I'm the only person from Essex that was doing carbon emissions legit. I worked for a company called ICAP, so big credible company. I was basically a glorified bitch for 6 years making teas and coffees. Basically, I was being given some lines and stuff, but it was a brutal invitation to the real world, I think.
What made you... you said that your mum and dad split up. Was that the sort of catalyst to go and do your own thing? Or?
Yeah, I think it just taught me if you're not happy with something in life, and I respected them for doing it. It was difficult at the time, of course, but then you're like, well, I don't have to do what I don't want to do. But with working in the city at a young age, you're paid just enough to keep you there, and you're treated like a piece of shit. But the perks of being there are very good.
Yeah.
And I think the prospect, if you kind of think, well, if I'm going to stick at it,
you sold the dream.
Yeah, I can be one of these guys.
It was it wasn't going out every night drinking. It wasn't me. It never was. But I would definitely do it again, and I'd advise anyone young now coming out of school to try and get a job at a place like that. Yeah. I know it's changed now completely.
Yeah.
My initiation challenge was drinking and eating a jar of pickled onions. So 15 pickled onions I had to eat, and then drink the liquid as well.
Really?
Yeah, I still cheated. They don't know I drank a load of milk before, so one's an acid, one's an alcohol. Balanced out. They still don't know that.
Oh, so they didn't just throw it on you? You knew?
No. Well, it actually was a joke. My mate had a jar of pickled onions on his desk, and it had them there for a week. And I was like, "Are you ever going to eat them onions?" They went, "No, you are today." And I was like, "Fucking hell!" I walked into a complete trap, and I got like 600-700 quid out of it as well.
Really?
Quite good, yeah. I stunk for like 3 days.
That train home.
I remember
sitting next to you,
sitting in the sauna, just sweating it out. But yeah, I was young then. Must have been 7.
I've got mates who work in the city in the summer and stuff. They tell me that they do to the young kids.
Yeah,
they're just like they're bored and they just go like the junior or whatever. They go right. There's McDonald's over the road. I want you to run over there and get me a Big Mac. And can you do it in like something crazy? Like can you do it in a minute or something like that? And the kids just if you do, you get 500 quid. And the kids obviously. Like, got loads of money, so
a lot of it's calmed down. Yeah. Definitely now with what's going on in the world.
Probably the Wolf of Wall Street rumbled everyone, didn't it?
Yeah. I don't think you're allowed your phones on the trading floors anymore.
Oh, really?
I think they've really tightened up on everything. But yeah, I used to hate it every day. Not hate it, it was like a love-hate thing.
Yeah.
Did you like did you not like what I don't like about the thought of that is the getting on the rattler every day?
Yeah, that was. I think at a young age you don't know any difference.
Yeah,
like you didn't know this world of entrepreneurship and doing other things that you don't have to do. It didn't exist. You didn't know about it. You're taught in the school thing, aren't you? Just go to school, get good grades, get a job, and die. Basically, that's what you're told to do.
Yeah.
But the world is bigger than that, and there is so many more opportunities and
I think we're coming out of that with more info at people's hands and
too much info, I think.
Yeah, probably. But I think people are starting to come out of that. Do you know what I mean?
I saw an article this morning. They reckon only for every 16 jobs that are there now, they're not going to be there in 3 years. It'll be replaced with AI or something.
So going on that,
yeah, inevitable.
How's that going to look for you?
I think.
But I mean, obviously you're going to have to lean into it, right?
Yeah, we are leaning into it. We're using it for processes and procedures for ourselves to try and streamline businesses and make ourselves work more efficiently. It's not cheating. ChatGPT is extremely intelligent, as we all know. I've used it to win 2 legal battles recently, and it does work. They were car finance related things, but our kids are definitely not going to use Google.
Yeah.
I think that's a given. I don't know what they're going to use. I don't think it'll be ChatGPT. I think it'll be something else. AI related, yes. I don't know. There's so much buzzword around it at the minute, and people are saying it's like the World Wide Web again.
Yeah.
I just don't know. It's not there yet, but it is nearly there, and it does scare me a bit. I'll be completely honest.
Yeah. I think it's gonna. I don't know how quickly it's gonna happen. I just don't know how quickly it's gonna happen. Because it's people are still your customers, aren't they? So the people have still got to buy off you. A robot's not going to buy.
But we're at the forefront of it, if you like.
As a digital company.
Our customer, the average double glazing company, they ain't touching it. They're not doing it. They can't be bothered. They're still going to need someone to sit in the middle to manage the processes with it, and there's still value to be added. And obviously the advantage of using us, you've got a team of 30, 40 people that are in it and they understand it and they can apply different things. We've been using it. We've seen some great success for it, for stuff like writing strategic. So we don't use it to write articles, but we'll use it to look at competitors that are ranking and basically really go into the articles to find out what they're pushing. And then we've got UK copywriters who will basically use that as a structure, and it works really well for that stuff.
I think that's a good point, to be honest with you, because I use it to do some of our posts for Instagram.
Yeah.
And I'll write in what I want it to say, and it basically embellishes what that I've said, but in an amazing way. And I look at it and I go, that's so good. People are going to know it's not me.
And the more you put into it, the more it's going to learn your language. So on the 10th of July, Instagram started indexing. So if you wrote a caption on Instagram, that's now indexed on Google as of the 10th of July.
Right.
So if you wrote a review about a holiday, and Instagram know you're a mum of 2 and you talk about this luxury resort, if someone went on ChatGPT and said, I'm a mum of 2, find me a luxury resort in Greece or whatever it is, it will then use that content. So at the minute, all it's doing is using biased content, which is wrote from hotels and stuff like that as an example. That's now going to use people's actual opinions from Instagram. So that's where SEO, the future of SEO is basically, they want to see real content written by real people.
Yep.
So if that content and that post about that hotel is attributed to a LinkedIn profile, an Instagram or whatever it is, that's going to be better SEO now, because Google know people are just reusing content from Google basically.
When we went to the dinner, Will said something to me, and I thought it was really interesting actually. He was like, I can't remember the timescale. I think he said 2 to 3 years away from not having websites and having an AI agent. So basically, like Siri. Like Siri.
Yeah.
So everyone's got their own personal Siri, and instead of going on a website, you just go Siri. It's got your credit card and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Siri, book me a flight to Phoenix, and blah blah blah.
You could go one further than that, and then the Neuralink will do it for you as well. So it's like, I don't think that's 2-3 years away.
I think it's longer. I agree.
It's a lot longer.
I agree.
Our kids' generation, fuck me, I can't even begin to imagine.
It's scary, isn't it?
It's really scary.
The Neuralink thing, like, is that?
But I've got you're gonna laugh. I've got a tennis elbow. Right. It's not actually tennis elbow. It's phone elbow.
Right.
So it's from actually being on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Too much. I've completely
RSI sort of thing.
Yeah. Completely fucked my ligaments up from years of doing this.
Yeah.
But I sometimes I'll wake up and you probably the same loads, and I can't. My mind is processing the messages quicker than what I can actually.
Yep.
Which is why now WhatsApp on my computer, I've been doing that for years, but I can't. I'm quicker than what my brain is now to reply.
Yeah.
And it's like I need something quicker to reply now. And we're becoming so smart as a species now, because of the technology and how quick we want things. It is too slow.
Yeah.
So emails are too slow now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Everyone wants responses tomorrow, like yesterday. So WhatsApp's our whole business is built on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Really.
I think
mad.
WhatsApp's the way it's going.
Yeah.
I really do.
But like in Dubai, there you go. I lasted an hour nearly not talking about it. In Dubai, they don't use websites really. They're so behind with SEO and websites. It's mental.
Really?
It's all WhatsApp and Instagram.
Yeah.
The whole of Dubai is WhatsApp and Instagram.
Yeah.
No SEO, no websites. I can't get my head around
When
it.
I think about it, when I went, I went looking at property, and there was no website. It was all done on
All
Instagram.
our websites are terrible out there. Even some of the big companies, like we've got a few clients out there, and we're trying to reinvent them with the UK standard of doing things correctly.
Yeah.
But it's baffling, honestly.
Do you think they'll just bypass websites and they'll go?
They have. It's all based on referrals, recommendation, WhatsApp and Instagram. It's all very personal out there. It's quite a small area, if you like.
Mm. So when you gone from the city to your own thing, was that the agency straight away?
Well, it was called, it started at Kitchen Table, but it was called Sprout 10 years ago.
And what was the sort of challenges to start with?
Doing the work and then bringing on customers. I was working like 18-hour days.
Right.
And then I took on a member of staff. That was a fucking disaster because it was then doing the work, managing her, and business development. It was
So you're basically doing the work for her because you're managing her.
correct. Yeah. That was the first 4 years were very difficult.
But do you not find like, well, I mean,
I loved it.
Yeah.
But it was obviously I was very new and young in business. I didn't understand things.
Do you find hiring the right talent is the hardest part of it?
I think,
Or a hard part?
I love promoting from within, so I don't like bringing in people. We like to train people up, make sure they're a good fit for the business. So we only have 4 full-time members plus myself in the office.
Right.
We have a South African girl that works for us full-time. So she works remote, obviously, doesn't commute every day. We've got...
physically she's in South Africa. Right, okay.
So I don't know if you know, but there's a bit of a crisis out there at the minute and wages are half the price of the UK.
Right, okay.
She works, she's unbelievable. So my friends actually set up a business, you pay him and then he pays the staff in South Africa.
Right, okay.
Really, really good. So I think we pay half of a normal UK wage for the same equivalent of a person that can do all the admin and sort of the mundane tasks that we don't want to do. We've got an admin person that comes in once a week, and then we've got our team in India. So we have a really lean business.
And the India's what, the dev or something?
Developers, So I think we're 35 developers in July this month, and they'll be working on full stack projects, WordPress, Shopify, Magento, anything and everything really. So.
Do you do any of the development in-house, or is it all outsourced?
We do a lot of the design stuff in-house. Our team are better at development than design. I think that's the standard because of where they are. Obviously, UX and UI is so important now. But we do a lot of the Shopify stuff in-house as well. I've probably built 200-300 Shopify stores.
Really?
Yeah, really. I love Shopify. Massive, massive advocate of it.
I think for e-commerce retail specifically,
Yeah.
I mean, before we weren't on it, and every time you were going to, you'd find like an app or something that would really help you out. It was always like, it's built on Shopify. This is like 10 years ago. I was like, what is this? This Shopify thing just keeps cropping up all over the place. And then you go into it and you realise that basically things are built specifically to go on there rather than, that they've got Shopify in mind first rather than anything else.
We're building a site now for a client selling gold coins. And my biggest thing to him is you're going to need live prices because obviously gold fluctuates.
Yeah.
There's an app on Shopify, it's like 30 quid a month, and it will automatically update all the prices based on the SKU codes with a live market price with a tolerance of a percentage.
Whereas you go somewhere else, it's going to cost you £5,000 for a development.
Yeah, I think we quoted like 20 grand to build it. Because it would need bespoke development, and we've done it.
And that wouldn't even be half as good anyway.
No, definitely not. Not with all the advantages of Shopify now, like the mobile. So obviously they load, the sites will load locally as well.
Yeah.
So they're on like shared servers, so they're like instant speeds, and they rank really well for SEO. I would actually say better than WordPress sites now.
Yeah, because the WordPress were always sort of the ones that would sort of say, we're the best straight out of the box.
Yeah, but Wix and GoDaddy and all that sort of.
I mean, I always found WordPress really hard to navigate as a sort of novice,
Why, like, for example, Shopify have obviously got this drag and drop theme.
Yeah.
But I don't know why they haven't done it for normal websites, because there's such a gap in the market for it. And again, that would wipe us out to build websites with it.
Yeah.
But there's such a gap for it. I'd love to see something of that level for like your average person. But obviously, you can build sites with AI now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
They're no good at the minute.
No, I was going to ask you about that. There must be just.
They will be very good at some point,
Yeah.
100%. But you're still going to need that personal human touch to do things.
With the AI thing, is it going to, your business just going to evolve and you're going to sort of pivot in a certain way? Or?
Yeah, I think we'll naturally start to offer it as solutions to people.
Yeah.
So we're already building ourselves a couple of WhatsApp bots, so AI agents that will, when we get given a task from a client, so for example, someone sent over a blog this morning, they want it put on their website, that AI agent will pick that task up. It knows the WhatsApp group that's come from. It will assign it to Monday, our CRM. That will get automatically assigned to a developer. Developer does the work, puts it on Monday that they've done it, which they do anyway. Then the AI agent will take it off on Monday, send it to the client, please approve with feedback, and then it just automates the whole process. So we still do the work manually, but it eradicates the communication aspect, which we had the South African member of staff doing, but now we can actually probably put 6 months worth of her wage to build a bot that replaces her forever.
Yeah.
It's
Really
scary. Really scary.
I always think, like,
But the average business isn't going to know what an AI agent is.
No,
An organising company around here is never going to do that. But are they going to pay for someone to build it? Probably not. And a lot of these old school businesses are really going to stay old school businesses. These baby boomer businesses, I think they're really going to start to fall.
they're just I know quite a few guys, they're just even closing down. They're not even bothered about selling up. They've just got money and they just go, do you know what, I can't be bothered. You know, you speak
They
to
get
people.
their tax relief if they go into a voluntary liquidation.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, but you know, you speak to someone. What about if you've got someone who take it on or whatever, and they're just like, they just don't care. They're done.
I think there's a lot of negativity and stuff at the minute out there.
Yeah.
People are just really valuing different things. People are valuing their own time, their family time. And, it's a changing world.
Yeah.
I was going to say, so speaking of which, family time, you got 2 kids yourself?
Yeah, 2 little girls. So that's sort of my why now, if you like.
I didn't mention how we met.
Yeah.
I was having breakfast at Icos and this bloke come up to me and just went, "Is that you?" I was like, yeah.
Yeah, so he randomly popped up on Neil's Instagram. It was Neil's Instagram, yeah. So, and obviously we've got loads of mutual friends. So it's small world.
Yeah. But you were just leaving I was just leaving.
You was just leaving, yeah. Lovely place.
Yeah, it's a lovely
nice,
place.
Nice for the family.
When everyone says all inclusive, some people go, "Oh, but that is like proper high end."
Yeah, we've been going there for 7 years.
Have you? Yeah, I reckon I've been there. Don't know about.
Price has gone up 7 X since.
But I reckon I've been there about 5 times.
Same one.
No, I've been to a few of them. Yeah, but I really, I just like it that you ain't got to leave, have you?
No, and it's safe for the kids.
Yeah,
it's
it's safe
the most
for kids,
important thing.
And how do you find work-life balance with kids? Because obviously you've got quite a lot going on.
Yeah, I don't think you can have a balance working for yourself and having a family. I'll be completely honest. I think it's very difficult. You can, but you're not. It's not going to. Like, I'm probably a bit strict. It's difficult. It's hard. I like my sleep as well. That's the one thing I do like. But if you've got a good partner who's literally a partner, not just someone on the other end, like an actual partner, you are in a partnership together.
Yeah,
and
totally.
What you're good at. She's great with the kids and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think you want to provide, don't you? And you
Definitely.
do what you can, and it's the old school. Without sounding, I don't know what the word is, but the women in the kitchen, it's not that anymore.
Yeah, I know.
We've come away from that, obviously, as a generation, but it's still, I see it as my job to provide.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of entrepreneur males do.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's a controversial subject now. We're not really allowed to talk about it, are we? Because people have got opinions. But my take on it is that my job is to provide for my family.
I think I think it's different between different people. Like there's some women that just don't want that and they want a career, and that's fine. You know, and
that's admirable as well.
absolutely, yeah. You know, and you just people choose their own path, don't they? So if you've got values.
Yeah.
When I say values,
Right.
ideas that you've married a woman that's got the same.
Yeah.
Ideas for life as you. So I think everyone's different. Sooner people realise that everyone's different, and I think that's a problem in the world.
Yeah.
Like people they think one way, and you might think differently to me, and I might think differently to you. And a lot of people just think you need to think like me all the time. Yeah. And everyone's different. Literally, everyone is different. So
we pay HMRC, and whatever's left, we spend with our family, and that's.
Yeah.
I do feel like I work for Google and HMRC, as I said earlier. But it is what it is, and wouldn't change it for the world, really. Everyone has a love-hate relationship with what they do in a way. Some days are good, some days are really bad, some days are really good.
Yeah.
So
I always say it's 10% glory, 90% shit, but owning your own business.
It's hard. It's a learning curve. Every day's
Mate,
day's a learning curve, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of people say it's just you're a problem solver, aren't you? Because there's always things coming up, and you just got to try and sort it out. And it's actually quite good going forward for life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think, look, I've always been told, and I strongly believe that the journey is better than the destination, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and you've got to enjoy the journey because the destination don't matter.
No, because you'll hit a target and then you're like,
You've got another journey to go on to get to bit.
It happens so much. You go, you want to get to this, and you get there and just go, yeah.
It's mad. I actually remember when we started the business, my main goal to turn over in a year was like what we turned over this month, and it's like how that's happened is just mental, really. And you look back and you've just got 20 times the stress, and 20 times the expense. And
Sweeney always says to me when he sold the company, he goes, "I thought it was going to be like this champagne popping moment." He was just like, "It's just like, oh, thanks." Put the phone down.
And then a cup of tea.
Yeah.
I think you realise a pot isn't. It's not the be all and end all, is it? You lose a purpose, and that's.
Yeah.
I think that's what I love. I love getting up, going to the gym. I go to work. I've got my purpose. I'm a creature of habit, but I think having the purpose is a good thing, and it's what I think it's what men need, to be honest.
Yeah,
totally. I've said it before about people. Like I think a lot of people who are in our position, a lot of other people say, "Oh, I'm going to retire by this age," but it's kind of hard to actually think of.
They've put the pension up to like 70. I mean, it's just mental.
But they've had to do. They've sort of not had to do it, but I don't think people can afford to retire at 65.
No, but it shouldn't be their decision. It should be.
No, absolutely, yeah.
But also, I think like when you like building things, and you need that purpose, you probably can't. You probably will never retire.
I just don't really see. I don't see the point of the side hustles anymore with the tax, like as well. It's not worth having these online businesses that have got their own costs, their own expenses, their own profit. They've got to pay their own tax. There's nothing left.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is that? Like, what?
All that hustle from that point.
That's why you get on a plane and go to Dubai, isn't it?
I'd love to. Yeah.
So, before we finish, what is your, maybe you've sort of done this already, but is your definition of success changed since you first started? If you look back to Little Aaron, right? Sorry, not Little Alan, but you know what I mean. When you started, how old were you when you started the business?
21, 22, 23.
To now, you sort of answered it monetarily wise.
Success for me is actually deleting all my social media and changing my phone number.
Right.
So the day that happens is the day that I might have to define my success.
Yeah.
That's not because I want to hide.
Yeah.
It's just because I can't bother with it.
Yeah.
I hate social media in reality.
Yeah.
It's a necessary evil. Wouldn't have anything I have without it. I'm grateful for it, but I think it's a complete scam, the whole thing. It's like our parents never grew up with it, and it's ridiculous. You're on your phone 24/7.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
It's a complete distraction. It's painful. You come home, your phone goes, you're looking at it, and the little ones there like demanding your attention. You're looking at this thing, and we all do it.
Yeah.
But changing my phone number because it means I don't need it anymore. At the minute, my phone rings too much. People rely on me, which I love and hate. But for them to do them two things would be the ultimate success for me now.
Yeah, I went to the dentist 2 days ago, and I was in there for 40 minutes, and I come out and I had 62 messages on my phone.
It's unmanageable, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's because emails are, again, as I just said, you can't, everyone wants everything yesterday.
Yeah.
And if you can't give it to them, they'll go somewhere else who do give it to them. So that's why you have to be on it, and that's.
But I do believe Sprout's been built and been as successful as it has because of the quick communication.
Yeah.
Because all our clients say that's what they love about us, the fact that we reply.
Yeah.
And web developers are usually known for being completely
they're terrible. Yes.
But I think with me, I'm commercially minded and a bit techie, so I've fitted. That's been my niche with it.
So do you think you are the business? If you sold it, for argument's sake, do you think it would tank quite quickly or not?
No, not now. I don't think it would, because there's so many processes and procedures in place and members of staff that are amazing and are trusted to do the stuff. But 2 years ago, 100%, but definitely not now. And I've had a business coach who we both know who's helped. He knows he's transformed my life with the stuff he's taught me and stuff. But I think Will's amazing, but I've actually listened to him.
Yeah.
I think it's very easy just to pay someone for them to talk, but
Yeah.
if you don't listen or implement
Yeah,
stuff,
true.
it's a waste of time. And I'm a big believer in that sort of stuff. So
Personal
yeah.
growth and everything.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I had a really bad experience with a business coach 8 years ago. He was an action coach.
Right.
Do you know there's like a franchise of business coaches?
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
And our young, arrogant Aaron sat down and we had a meeting. It was BNI.
But yeah, I know. Yeah.
So it was
They
like,
do
yeah,
the big.
one-to-ones. And I
networking
remember
events.
going, how are you going to tell me how to run a business if you've never had your own business? And that wasn't an arrogant, obviously now looking back, it sounds like a complete arsehole comment, but it's true.
Yeah.
But in reality, and I had this conversation with Will, and Will's like, Will's different because he's a proper business coach, not an action coach. They're two very different things. But Will's like, I've dealt with thousands of entrepreneurs that have had bigger problems, worse problems, smaller problems. I know how to navigate this stuff and give you advice based on real life thing, not textbook answers, which is what action coach is.
Yeah.
And that perception, that answer changed the perception of it.
Yeah.
And he's dealt with people way more successful than me and probably what I'd ever aspire to be, but he understands these issues and how to deal with it. And there are formulas that you need to do to have things in place. But yeah, no, I'm a big believer in help people pay us to do things that we're better at. And that's what it is.
Similar thing, really, isn't it?
Yeah. So.
And lastly, we always finish on favourite quote, if you've got one.
One step at a time. I've been using that recently to navigate some stuff, and I got told it by someone. I was like, yeah, it's powerful, that.
Yeah.
So
similar to one I like is that you only got when you're driving the car at night, you only see headlights in front of you. That's all you've got to see, rather than you see like the destination. You know what I mean?
I think we always make things out to be so much worse in our heads than what they actually are.
Yeah,
Totally.
That's why one step at a time.
Oh yeah, it's always thought rather than actually happening.
But as humans, we're like we go into that flow.
We dramatise things, don't we?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So
and we're all from Essex, which makes things are always 10 times worse.
Dramatise everything.
Yeah.
If someone's watching and they want to find Sprout or you or
Mr. AP on Instagram,
Yeah.
that's sort of become my personal brand, if you like. But yeah, Sprout Media or Best Web Development Agency in Essex, we should be at the top. Hopefully. But yeah, I love meeting people and any questions.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, well, I know it didn't happen, but I'm going to come down and speak to you. We'll come down and speak to you.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
But thanks for coming on, man.
No,
Yeah.
my pleasure.
Thank you.
Get free mug as well.
Yeah, brilliant. See if I can
Cheers.
sell that.
Thanks,
you.
mate.
Thanks, Aaron.
Cheers.